Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 1 June 2023. It is Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel. And a knife sale is exactly what we shall have. Just, 4 days removed from my ragdolling motorcycle crash, so I'm moving a little slow. Please forgive any lack of dexterity tonight. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video. Also in the terms above, also in the description above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is called my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you're a new viewer, please watch that video before you try to purchase a knife, because it'll explain why we do things and how, and it'll make it all make sense and make your purchase experience much more smooth. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection, that video will explain how it all works from the consignor's perspective. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the all-important video description, you'll see those 3 links at the top. Then the terms of the sale. Then at the bottom, the reason you're all here, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. In the pricing column, you'll generally see 2 numbers. The first is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right, the price of your knife as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. And there will be no next day sharpening this week because I think my right shoulder is unable to sharpen, at least until next week. So expect your sharpened knife to ship in about 4 weeks if you buy it that way. If you see the word sold in lieu of pricing in that far right column, that means that particular knife has a new owner. It has been bought and paid for. No need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it about anything marked sold. I think that's it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? We've got, I think, 36 items to get through, so we better get a move on. First up, a few leftovers from last week. The first of which is an American-made Kershaw. How about that? It is model 1665 ST, and it's a Packrat, a discontinued and beloved Kershaw. And this one comes to us like new in the box. Check it out. Black G10 scales. Sort of an Andy Warhol Kershaw clip that is going to be positionable tip up or tip down right hand. It is a thick stainless steel liner lock affair with a Kershaw speed safe. Spring assist. You have the combo edge blade with those wonderful Kershaw serrations. Now, not sure the exact production date of this knife because it's before they started marking them, so that probably makes it what? Early 2000s. Blade steel will be 13C26. Blade length is 2 15/16. Handle is 4 3/16. Clip is still mounted in the original tip down configuration. There is your lock engagement on the thick liner lock. It's rock solid. Nice and free until it hits the spring. Blade centering is very close to perfect. Condition of the knife is absolutely like new in the box. Long discontinued, not a stock. Pretty hard to even find a pricing reference for this configuration. There's some later production orange handled ones that have sold recently, but nothing like this. We started it last week at $100, dropped it to $85 for the weekend. This week, not dropping far on this iconic piece of cutlery, just $80 and $100 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That is the Kershaw 1665 ST Packrat. Next up might be the buy of the sale this week. I thought we had it priced right last week. From Great Eastern Cutlery, the Tidioute Cutlery Division. It is a 97 Allegheny, model 97111er, in maroon linen micarta. Gorgeous Coke bottle, large back pocket knife. 4 3/4 inches of closed length. You have plain bolsters and end caps. The hot dog shield, all in nickel silver. And then that lovely maroon linen. And we've got a long pull and a cut swedge. And there's the blade with Patty's potato peelers etched in the pile side. Now this does have a user applied polished edge. It's not quite perfect, so I will give you a sharpening price, but it's plenty sharp. Pull weight 5.5. Perfect walk and talk. Centering will be dead down the middle. Condition near mint in tube. Just a little bit of carry wear or tube wear in the nickel silver. That's about it. We started this last week at $160. Didn't sell. Dropped it to $145 for the weekend. Still here. Let's do $130 like it is $150 with an ApostleP edge. The GEC Tidioute number 97 Allegheny. Next up, I think this might be our only fusion knife in the sale. So a slip joint with modern construction materials. It's from Maniago Knife Makers. And it's the Fara in all titanium. Designed by Lucas Buernley. The M011 Fara. Titanium handle. Looks like blue anodized aluminum pivot collars. Got some interesting circles going on thematically, aesthetically. Got a long fuller on the slip joint half stop blade. M390 is your steel. Got it all smutzed up with fingerprints. Your M390 blade is 2 7/8 inches. Your handle is 4 3/16. Nice lanyard loop. Nice walk and talk given its construction. About a 7 pull. Perfect walk, perfect talk, perfect centering. We'll call it near mint in box. Price of these brand new at Collector Knives is $128. We ran this last week for $90. No takers. Dropped it to $80 for the weekend. Still here. Big drop this week. $65 shipped priority mail. And I put no need to sharpen because it's got a very nice user applied polished edge. The MKM M011 Buernley Fara. Next up, it's the truck knife in tonight's sale from Cold Steel. It's the Steel Tiger. Comes in a molded plastic Secure X sheath with a removable boot clip. Inside, is this thing a beauty? Cray X handle. In OS 8A, you got a 4 5/8 inch Hawkbill blade. 5 5/8 handle. It is like new, no box. Price of these brand new at your favorite web retailer, about $57. We ran it at $40 last week. Didn't get anybody to buy it. Dropped it to $30 for the weekend. Still here. This is like a giveaway. I mean, you get $10 in priority postage, for goodness sake. 25 bucks like it is. 55 you like it with an Apostle P edge. It's a cold steel tiger. Next up, from the Hunt series of Benchmade Knife Company, we've got a 15085-2 mini crooked river. The original configuration with your hard anodized natural aluminum bolsters, orange hard anodized aluminum pivot collars, orange back spacers, diamond wood scales that are actually pretty stunning for diamond wood. Got a deep carry parkerized clip, ambidextrous tip up, axis lock mechanism, S30V blade 3 and 5/16 inches in length. Wearing a factory edge with a little bit of edge wear. Rock solid lockup. Sweet action. And perfect centering. So these are currently in stock new. You can buy them at any web retailer you'd like for $270. This one with a tiny little nick above the axis bar in the corner of that bolster, and some little bit of wear at the front, but very little, almost imperceptible. We ran last week for 185 bucks. It didn't sell. We dropped it to 170 for the weekend. Still here. We're not going to drop much farther, guys. I don't know, would $110 off web retail be okay? 160 like it is for this week. 185 with an Apostle P edge, the Benchmade 15085-2 mini crooked river. Next up, here's one I thought, even though it's kind of under the radar, I thought maybe it would sell. It's going to come only in a Ziploc bag with a little foam protector inside. From W.R. Clark, or Dynamic Knife Designs, DKD, we have the Hawkbill automatic with a nice sunray fluted, hard anodized blue aluminum handle, polished pocket clip, sort of a Protect style clip. It is a button lock auto with a little Hawkbill blade. ATS 34 is your blade steel. Looks like made in the United States of America. Kind of a subtle Hawkbill. Blade length is just 2 inches. Handle 3 11/16. Rock solid lockup. Strong spring. Centering looks about dead down the middle. Yeah. Condition, I'm going to say near mint to like new, no box. One currently listed on Arizona Custom Knives for $215. We started this last week at $170, no takers. Dropped it to $145 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $130 like it is. $155. You'd like it with an Apostle P edge. The W.R. Clark DKD Hawkbill automatic. And that brings us to our last leftover from last week's sale. From Glow Rhino. Glow Rhino. Well, they have a thing, right? A Glow Rhino thing. And their thing is huge tritium vials that will enable this knife for 20 or 30 years to emit a fine glow in the dark so you can find your knife. This is the Reactor from Glow Rhino. It looks to be completely PVD coated, blade and handle. Handle would be titanium. You've got a deep carry pocket clip that'll be right hand tip up only. Steel inserted titanium frame lock with an integral over travel stop. It is a ball bearing flipper. Blade is S35VN, 2 7/8 inches in length. 3 1/8 is your handle. So very, very good blade to handle ratio. Yep. Lockup is dead rock solid. There's your engagement. Robust. Ball bearing action is beautiful. Centering is perfect. Like new in box would be the condition. Price of these brand new at your favorite web retailer will be $205. We ran this one last week at $170. It did not sell. Dropped it to $150 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $130 for the Glow Rhino Reactor. $155 if you'd like it with an TheApostleP Edge. Next up, we have some of the new generation of Begg knives coming. And here's the first one. It is the Begg Knives BG010, that is the Bodega, in budget Chinese-made form. So we've got some black 3D machine G10 scales. We've got the remnants of Begg construction, right, with that removable frame lock portion. You've got a black, what appears to be a painted black spring steel clip with ceramic ball retention as usual. It is, of course, a titanium frame. Actually, it's a stainless steel frame lock on this knife, not titanium. D2 blade, 3 7/16 inches in length, 4 3/4 inches a handle. There's your lockup. It's right where you want it. It is rock solid. Ball bearing pivot, super free. Blade centering is perfect. Condition, like new in the box. Web retail for these brand new, about $120. This one can be yours. Shipped, priority mail, all in, $85, like it is, $110 with an TheApostleP Edge. The Begg Knives BG010 Bodega. Next up, another one from Begg Knives. This is the BG009 Astio. Kind of a cool little knife, actually. Comes in a blasted or a satin finish tan G10. Some natural aluminum pivot collars. You've got your Begg clip with ceramic ball retention. You've got a stainless steel frame lock that is modular to the handle. And a very cool blade. D2, 3 7/16 inches in length. A pretty cool harpoon tanto affair, don't you think? Hollow ground back here, flat up front. Good looking swedge on the poon. Blade length is 3 7/16, handle 4 7/8. It is a ball bearing flipper. Stainless steel frame lock. There's your blade centering, quite squared away. Action is beautiful. There's your lockup. It's rock solid. Condition, like new in the box. Web retail at your favorite knife purveyor will be about $120. Let's do $85 for this one, like it is. $115 if you would like it with an TheApostleP Edge. The Begg Knives BG009 Astio. Next up, another one from Begg. This is the BG017 Kwaiken. Very cool handle construction on this particular Kwaiken. The scales essentially have a framework of black G10, and then in the bolster area we have carbon fiber inlaid, and then back here we have wood of unknown origin, but both beautifully inlaid and hafted. You've got a polished Begg clip that will be right hand tip up. Ceramic ball retention. It is a ball bearing flipper that works superbly. A D2 blade, 3 9/16 inches in length. The handle 4 11/16. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism. Engaged thusly. It is rock solid. It is centered. Flipping action, beautiful. Condition is like new in the box. Price of these brand new, this is probably the buy of the bunch, $120. Your price for this one, $90, like it is $115 if you'd like it with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the Begg Knives BG017 Kwaiken. And next up, our last new Begg. This one in a tiny little box. It's the Mini Glimpse BG004 in kind of a gray blue, slate blue G10. Polished Begg style clip with ceramic ball retention, gear pattern backspacer. It'll be a stainless steel liner lock knife. Spear point glimpse blade, which is in D2, 2 15/16 inches long. The handle is 4 3/16. Stainless steel liner lock, very easy to get to. Ball bearing flipper works great. There's your lock engagement. Totally rock solid. Centering is dead. Condition, like new in the box. These are $79 web retail. Let's do this one at $55 like it is. $80 with an Apostle P edge. It's the Begg Knives BG004 Mini Glimpse. Next up, we have one from Mr. Chaves, the Ultramar collection, and it's a TAK with OD green canvas micarta scales. We are running the Mick Jagger skull clip. There is a more tasteful, I shouldn't say that, there is a more simple titanium clip in the box, if you don't like the skull. Okay, ball bearing flipper, liner lock mechanism, robustly made from titanium. Blade is M390, and I forgot to clean it. Oh my goodness. How did this get past our quality control department? I don't know. It's a drop point, but kind of a nightmarishly ground drop point. Hollow back here, flat up here. Nice swedge, M390. 2 3/4 blade, 3 7/16 handle. So super efficient blade to handle ratio. There's your lockup. It's rock solid. It is dead centered. What else do you want? What else do you want? We're going to say near mint in box with very slight edge wear. These are on sale right now at Blade HQ for $190. They used to be a lot more. So let's do $160 on this one. $160, and then $190 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Chaves Ultramar TAK drop point. Next up, we have one from Kizer. And by the looks of the box, a little bit of yellowing, a little bit of tearing. This one appears to be kind of an OG Kizer. Let's see, what does it say? It is the KI 4494 Mjolnir. The Mjolnir. Designed by David Mikulik, I guess. So inside you got your hard box and your pouch and all that stuff. Here is the knife. Kind of a biggie. So all titanium frame lock, spring titanium clip, right hand tip up, ball bearing flipper that just flows out of the handle. Beautifully stonewashed M390 blade, harpoon drop point with a long harpoon, 3 11/16 inches in length. The handle's 4 13/16. Your steel inserted titanium frame lock locks up thusly. It is rock solid. A droppy shutty. A perfectly centered blade. Big knife, but carryable. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. These are discontinued, not of stock. When they were available, web retail was about $224. We're going to do this one at $160 like it is. $190 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. The KI 4494 Mjolnir. I have no idea if that pronunciation is even close. Next up, we got one from Zero Tolerance. It is a real beast. The knife inside would be the Dmitry Sienkiewicz Design 0460. Wearing that black and green carbon fiber show side scale, or is it brown and black? One of those. Yeah. And your business side is this piece of titanium frame lock steel inserted with an over travel stop. You've got your sort of high speed, low drag, but not this one. Zero tolerance clip that is no, it's not ambidextrous. It's right hand tip up only. A little bit of paint worn off. It's a ball bearing flipper. Comes out nicely. Blade steel is S35 VN. It's got a couple superficial scratches in the face of the blade, kind of to match the clip. Lockup is rock solid and engaged dustly. Ball bearings are super free. Blade centering is going to be dead down the middle. We'll call this condition-wise, let's say excellent in box. Just a little bit of clip wear, a little bit of scratches in the blade. These are discontinued, not of stock. When they were available, they were $190 at your favorite web retailer. This one, $120 like it is, $145 with an ApostleP edge. The ZT0460 Sinkovich. Next up, here's an interesting knife. It comes in a big box with a little box. It's from LTK, designed by Love Them Knives. How about that? So we know LTK well enough to know this is a Chinese-made knife. And here it is. It's the LTK Result Flipper. That's Result with a Z. So we have a finely milled titanium handle with a little bit of a smoky wash. You've got OD green G10 inlays. You've got an ambidextrous tip up titanium spring clip. Nice affixment method. It is a button lock, but it is a ball bearing flipper. Nice detent for a button lock. Sort of an acid stone wash blade. Nice clip. Flat ground, very high saber up to there. A little bit of a fuller going on. Got an LTK proprietary pivot. How about that? Ball bearing mechanism. Works well. 20 CV blade, 3.5 inches long, 4 5/8 handle. How is it in the hand? Well, it's quite excellent, actually. Pretty squared away knife. How's the centering? Well, it's perfect. How's the lockup? Well, it's perfect. Huh. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock, new, but when they were available, they had a web price of about $245. Let's do $180 on this one, like it is, $210 with an ApostleP edge. That's the LTK Result Flipper. Next up, a very cool fixed blade knife. This is from Mercworks, MERCWRX, W-O-R-X. And it is the Vorax Chili double-edged. So it comes in an exquisitely made leather sheath. I mean exquisite. Savage Made is the brand. And inside, and by the way, it appears to be a left-handed sheath, just so you know. Here is the knife. Oh my. So we have miles and miles of hand-rubbed satin 154 cm. Great looking maker's mark, by the way. Mercworks Vorax. So 1/4 inch stock, and it is a double-edged blade with kind of a recurve main, and then the top edge is sharpened back to about here. OD green canvas micarta handles. Look at that. I was wrong. I'm glad I looked, because the web listing showed 154 cm. That is incorrect. It is S30V. This must be the later edition. Blade length is 6 inches. The handle is 4 7/8. And it's really sweet in the hand, guys. We're going to say near mint to like new, no box. Web price of these brand new is $445. We're going to do this one at $325 like it is. 380 with an ApostleP edge on the Mercworks Vorax Chili double-edged fighter, I guess we would call it, wouldn't we? 380 if you want me to sharpen all that recurve and that top edge and all that stuff. Okay, next up, we got a Barky in the wrong box. So it is a Bark River, but it is not a Fox River EXT1, nor is the handle correct. What it is a featherweight Fox River. Comes in that there sheath. And here's the knife. And you know, those of you who watch this channel, that I dig the featherweight Fox River. And this is a gorgeous one. L-Max blade, full height convex, 3 1/4 inches long, 4 inches of handle in desert ironwood burl with mosaic pins and red liners. Oh yes. Oh. So I think the knife has been used and sharpened, or used and touched up. There's a little bit of evidence of some abrasive action in the satin near the edge, but who cares? What the heck? Lockup is solid. It's a fixed blade. So we're going to say near mint, wrong box. This knife would have been about 275 bucks web new, given the exotic and awesome nature of the handle. We're doing this one, and you can't buy one of these new guys. We're doing this one at $225 like it is, $250 with an ApostleP edge, the Barkwood River featherweight Fox River. Time to turn the page. Next up, from Titusville, Pennsylvania, USA, we have a Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield unexcelled premium pocket knife. It's a number 23 Trapper, model 235220 in antique autumn natural bone. And man, is it a stunner. Look at that, guys. Oh. This is the big boy, right? It's the big boy, 4.5 inches closed length, 2 blades, got a main drop point, long cut swedge nail neck Northfield unexcelled etch, and then we got a spay. Looks like a little bit of blade rub from the liner, but that's not because it isn't well centered. So the 23 has that closed end, meaning the blade tangs come all the way to the end, as do the springs, keeps you from getting gunk in your pivot. Pull weight, yeah, it's all of an 8.5. Walk and talk is it needs no explanation. Blade centering's about perfect on both blades. Condition, I'm going to call a light canoe in tube. Your price, $185 like it is, $215 if you'd like my edge on both blades. That's the GEC Northfield number 23 Trapper. Next up, we have another one from the Northfield unexcelled line of Great Eastern. This is a number 331220 Sandbar Stag Conductor, number 48, made in Sandbar Stag. What a sweet little pocket knife, guys. A little Coke bottle, 3 5/16 inches of closed length. Triple lined and pinched nickel silver bolsters. Stag covers. Take a look at your dimensional match. Pretty nice. So we've got cam tang mechanism, 6.5 pull, we'll say. Nice walk and talk. Secondary pen. The main blade is a gorgeous little slim clip, long pull, cut swedge. We'll say you're meant to like new and tube. One sold recently on eBay. It was a buy it now at $264. It sold on a best offer accepted. Okay, so we don't really know what it sold for. This one, however, we are going to sell for $210, like it is. $240 if you would like my edge on both blades. It's a GEC Northfield number 33 conductor in stag. Next up, this is going to be our last GEC tonight. And I bet it will not stay long. It is a Northfield unexcelled pocket knife. It's a Eureka Jack model 92219er in sandbar stag. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Look at the chunk. Yeah, that's just beautiful. Oh, but look at that. It's like a tale of two knives. Gorgeous but very brown stag on this side, and then on the pile side, some sort of more classically colored stag. The match, though, look at that. Very nice dimensionally. So you got 3 11/16 closed length, main spear on a half stop, match striker pull, and a cut swedge. Secondary blade is a delicious little coping blade. And on the Eureka, just one of my favorite little details is how the back spring wraps all the way around to here in the secondary blade well. Just so cool. An iconic offering from GEC. One sold listing on eBay for a stag Eureka. It was $364. This one, $250, like it is. $280 with an Apostle P edge. The GEC Northfield number 92 Eureka Jack in stag. Next up, we got one from Microtech. Oh, yeah. It's a 178-4QD Scarab. A black hard anodized aluminum handle. Trek inserts. Tip up ambidextrous clip. Carbide glass breaker / skull crusher. Satin drop point blade with a fuller and a swedge. Blade steel on this one is L-Max. Handles 3 3/8. Or, I'm sorry, the blade is 3 3/8. The handle is 4 5/8. The reliability of the OTF mechanism is 100%, but that is a firm button. It takes me 2 hands to retract. That's back in the day. It's like the Microtech OTF equivalent of the GEC 78. It's a thwacker. Condition is near mint to like new. No box with this one. It is, let's see, on the blade, born March of 2016. Serial number is 14725. It was $599 web new when my consignor bought it brand new. Because it's no box, we're going to do it at $395, like it is, $425 sharpened. The Microtech 178-4QD Scarab. Next up, well, it's another Microtech. This one comes in the new style box. A Makara 2 stonewashed standard. So we have a black hard anodized aluminum frame with peel ply carbon fiber inlays. We have the spider on the clip, and hard to read, but it's there. The born date 12 of 2014. Serial number up here is 05111. You have a handle that is 5 3/4 inches long, a blade that is a double-edged stonewashed affair in L-Max, and the blade length on the Makora is 4 3/8 inches. Reach out and touch someone. And again, 100% reliable, but button effort firm. Takes me 2 hands to retract. But it does it with authority. We're going to call it near mint to like new in box. Born, as I said, December of 14. Original web retail was $4.99. We're going to do this one at $3.50. No need to sharpen that double-edged blade. Microtech 106-10 Makora 2. Next up, it is Olamic Tactical Time. Never the same. Let's see. We've got a COA that says we have a Wayfarer 24/7S. S is for the Sheep's Cliff blade in M390. Handle is scalloped titanium. Clip is titanium. All Olamic black gun coat on everything. It is murdered. And that coating is gorgeous, I gotta say. It is gorgeous. It just really highlights that Anso pattern, doesn't it? So titanium milled clip with ceramic ball retention. Steel inserted titanium frame lock with over travel stop. It is a ball bearing flipper. And what a sweet blade. It really, really is. In M390. 3 7/16 inches. 4 7/8 handle. There is your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Ball bearings work beautifully. Centering is dead. Condition on this is like new in pouch. It was $645 web retail when my seller bought it. You can buy this one at $495 like it is, $525 with my edge on that M390 blade. That's the Olamic Wayfarer 24/7S. Next up, oh my. Oh. Who needs a little bling in his life this week? It's another Olamic. It is another Wayfarer. Oh. Wayfarer 24/7, 3.5 inch drop point in M390. So titanium acid rain entropic finish. Oh yes. Oh my, are you kidding me? Just look at that, guys. Wow. Just wow. Look at the milling and drilling on this handle and clip. Just phenomenal. Of course, you got your ceramic ball retention. You got your steel inserted titanium frame lock. Ball bearing flipper. Just a sexy swedged drop point blade in M390. Great looking satin. Blades 3 7/16, handles 4 7/8. There's your lock engagement. It is dead rock solid. Lots of lock bar tension. Perfectly centered blade. Just gorgeous. What a piece of work. This was $695 web new when my seller bought it. You can buy this one at $550 like it is, $580 with an ApostleP edge. Man, that's like the best looking Olamic I've ever seen, I think. It's just gorgeous. The Olamic Wayfarer 24/7 drop point, $550 like it is, $580 with my edge. Next up, from Hinder Knives, we got a little box. Inside the little box comes an XM18 3-inch skinny slicer with the tri-way pivot. Stonewash blade, orange G10. What a little beauty that is. So the 3-inch XM skinny slicer is a titanium liner lock instead of a frame lock. Still have your tripod lockup, right? Your stop lugs, your pivot, and your lock bar. Stone-washed hardware. Slicer grind in 20 CV. Rock solid lockup. Ball bearings are installed in the triway. Centering's perfect. Condition like new in the box. These are out of stock. When they were last available, they were $375 for a minute, and then they were gone. You can buy this one, a beautiful example in like new in box condition, $395, like it is. $425 with an ApostleP edge. The Hendra XM18 3.0 skinny slicer. Next up, it's Three Rivers time. Three Rivers Manufacturing, TRM USA. We have us a Neutron 2 with premium titanium scales, contoured titanium scales, and beautifully so, wouldn't you say? Oh, beautiful fine milling pattern. Very interesting mill work on the edges of the spine of the handle. You've got a right-hand tip-up titanium spring clip. You got phosphor bronze and thumb studs on the 20 CV blade. 2 15/16 blade, 4 1/16 handle. Titanium liner lock locks up thusly. It is rock solid. Oh, the phosphor bronze, so smooth. Centering is dead. Condition on the Neutron, we'll call near mint to like new in box. That are out of stock. I think they were $362 with these titanium contoured scales. We're going to do this one at $250 like it is. $280 with an ApostleP edge. That's the TRM Neutron 2. Next up, another one from Three Rivers. I don't know why, because it's such a simple box, but you know, it's embossed and it's just gorgeous and it makes you want to see what's inside. In this case, it's a carbon fiber 3D atom. So what appear to be satin carbon fiber scales actually have a very fine mill pattern in them, which is great for grip, and it doesn't hurt the appearance one bit. Got a deep carry titanium clip, right hand tip up. You've got a blue O-ring and a black O-ring on this one. 20 CV blade. That is 3 7/16 inches in length, 4 11/16 is your handle. Titanium liner lock, locks up just where you'd want it. Rock solid lockup. Phosphor bronze washers. Perfect blade centering. Condition, I'm going to say like new in box. They're out of stock everywhere. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $240 and $375 for this model. This one can be yours though at $220 like it is. $250 with an ApostleP edge. It's the TRM Atom carbon fiber. Next up, a very cool Benchmade. It is actually in the wrong box. It is not a 550-1. It is a 551-1701 full-size Griptilian wearing 3D machine carbon fiber scales. And this knife came like this. It was a DLT exclusive. So I guess Jason had the scales commissioned. Got a deep carry, parkerized, Benchmade clip, ambidextrous tip up. Of course, an axis lock mechanism. Blade steel is M390. I got rock solid lockup. I got almost free dropping action. And I got perfect centering and gold standoffs. What a beauty. I'm calling it near mint in box. These are discontinued, not a stock. I found 2 sold listings on eBay at $275 and $285. This one, $230, like it is, $260 with an ApostleP edge. The Benchmade 551-1701 Griptilian. Next up, we have one from Brian Brown, custom knife maker. And the model, and there's a pouch inside the box, by the way, is the Jaeger M titanium bead blast camo carbon. It says navy blue, but I think this is a black one. Anyway, comes with this Brian Brown Knives card. Oh, want to see the knife? Here you go. Very interesting carbon fiber. Camo, they're calling it. Titanium frame lock, milled right-hand tip-up clip, steel inserted lock interface. It's on ball bearings, but you open it with a sort of not quite a parallelogram hole. It's a sheep's foot blade, bidirectional grinder satin. 3 1/8 inch blade, an M390, a 4 3/8 handle. There's your lock engagement. There is your blade centering. All squared away. Near mint in box. This was purchased from the maker by my consignor for $3.99. Is the Jaeger V2. And we're going to sell this one tonight for $320, like it is. $350 with an ApostleP edge. Next up, we got one from Urban EDC. And it is their F5.5. Green micarta handle, L-Max blade, designed by Jesper Voxness. Here we go. There's your canvas micarta. I believe that is a titanium clip, yes. Right hand tip up, deep carry. Not a flipper. Got a little oval opening hole, but it is on ball bearings. L-Max blade 2 7/8 in length, 4 1/16 is your handle. Titanium liner lock locks up thusly. It is rock solid. Centering is dead. Little gear pattern titanium backspacer. Let's see, we'll call it near mint in box. Web new retail is $229. This one can be yours at $180, like it is. $210 with an ApostleP edge. The Urban EDC F5.5. Next up, here's a knife I've never seen from a maker I've never seen. So HOM design. I don't know if you say HOM or if you say HOM or how you do that. The knife inside is the Basilisk R. What is it? Well, it's a stunning balisong is what it is. Oh my. That is a 4 9/16 blade crafted in 154 cm. Milled titanium handles, 6AL4V. And here's the thing, guys, I want you to see. There is zero play. I mean zero play. Very, very well crafted knife. The handle length is 5 3/8. I'm going to call it near mint to like new in the box. Let's see if I can Get my latch, there we go. This was 420 bucks new from the maker when my consignor bought it. We're going to sell it for $300, like it is $330 with an Apostle P edge. There is your HOM design ID card. It's the HOM Basilisk R. Next up, from Alliance Designs, we have the Mini Slim Pickens in-house design, Elmax blade, gunmetal blue titanium, bead blast finish, made in China. Here you go. Gorgeous little bead blasted 3D machined titanium handle, blue anodized titanium backspacer clip and hardware, and pivot. It is a button lock flipper that flips open very nicely, by the way. 2 3/4 Elmax blade, sort of a bidirectional, almost tri-directional satin. Lockup is rock solid on the button lock. Got a 4 1/4 inch handle. Very free bearing action. Blade looks to be about perfectly centered. And a very satisfying low profile flipper. Very easy to flip. We'll call it near mint in box. Price of these brand new from your web retailer will be $355. We're going to do this at $275 like it is. $305 with my edge on that Elmax blade. The Alliance Designs Mini Slim Pickens. Next up, we have one from Ultramar Designs, and it is, I think, maybe his most successful production knife to date. It's the KUF EDC 3.0. So the KUF stands for Kitchen Utility Folder. They made a larger version of this, but I think this 3-inch one is the one that sells. So carbon fiber scale, titanium frame lock, steel inserted. Milled titanium clip that's going to be tip up right hand only, ceramic ball for retention, ball bearing pivot, opening hole mechanism, Elmax blade, 3 inches long, and then 3 7/8 inches of handle. Very efficient blade to handle ratio. Lockup is dead rock solid, engaged thusly. Ball bearings act like ball bearings. Centering is perfect. Condition like new in the pouch. These are $359 web retail. We're going to do this at $295 like it is, $325 if you'd like an Apostle P edge. The Ultramar Design KUF EDC 3.0. Next up, who are we missing today in Highline Chinese? Well, I think we're missing... Who are we missing? We're missing Pena, right? Well, we got one from the Pena X series. It's an Apache front flipper in marble carbon fiber. What a little beauty. So I'm not going to even call this a fusion knife. It's really a modern folder that's sort of styled like a curved handled Barlow. So marble carbon fiber, titanium bolsters, titanium bolster lock mechanism, right hand tip up milled titanium clip, and I don't front flip. You've got a sweet sheep's foot blade in M390, 2 13/16 inches long, 3 11/16 handle. There's your lockup. It's rock solid. Ball bearing action is beautiful. Centering is perfect. Condition, I will say near mint to like new in box. Your price on this one, $240 like it is, $265 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. The Pena X Series Apache front flipper. Next up, don't think I've had one of this brand in the knife sale, but we do this week. Interesting little hard-sided pouch from Arcane Design. And the knife inside, according to their card, is a Packrat in titanium handle with a 20 CV blade, stonewash gray finish. Made December 1st of 22. Here's the knife. Rather interesting, don't you think? Handles are titanium. Not sure which carbon fiber that is, but it's kind of cool. I guess it's kind of a shred. Clip is milled titanium, and I think it can go either way. Opens with thumb studs, or can you front flip it? I guess you can. All right. 20 CV blade is 3 1/8 long. 4 1/8 is your handle. It is a stainless steel liner lock in a titanium handle. Locks up solid as a rock. Centering's perfect. Pretty cool. I'll call it near mint to like new in box. Price of these brand new at your favorite web retailer will be $350. Let's sell this one at $295 like it is. $325 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Arcane Design Packrat. That brings us to the last knife in the sale, and I didn't even know that this company made such a knife. So it's from Artisan Cutlery, high quality precision crafted knife. And their model number is 1839 GD-TDP, and it's their Centauri Damascus. And when I say I didn't know they made such a knife, I didn't know Artisan made anything this nice, this exotic, or this expensive. So the knife designed by, Ray Laconico. I don't know if any of you have heard of that guy. For Artisan Cutlery. The handle is full Damascus. It is a steel inserted frame lock. The clip is full Damascus. And the front flipper blade is Damascus. Kind of a modified Wharncliffe design. 3 1/2 inches of blade, 4 5/8 of handle. Ball bearing front flipper. There is your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Your centering is perfect. I'm going to say near mint to like new in box. How much was this Artisan knife brand new? $599. That's how much. Your price for this one, $450 like it is. $475 if you'd like an Apostle P edge. That's the Artisan Cutlery 1839 GD-TDP Centauri Damascus. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did, even though I'm in a little bit of pain. The reaches got kind of long tonight that you can't see. That is all for this one. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Have at her, boys.